Greetings, sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. This is Body-Culinary, aka Kwasapeacefull eating. And from time to time, I get questions about separating my hair. So I just washed it. It's been very hot. I sweat a lot when I'm exercising. And though my hair doesn't hold any odor, because I think it's because it doesn't have any oils in it, so it evaporates very quickly. I don't have any oil or anything in my hair, and I prefer not to put things in it. So um, it actually joins together very quickly. So I just thought I'd show you. My hair is fine, it's very flat. I thought I'd pop some, as they call it, popping locks. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Body Culinary professional chef, personal trainer. I coach folks and very busy people and folks that have had acne and food fixations, addictions, or really self-soothing with food into. And so I share some of my journey of radical self-acceptance and my 3 leverage lifestyle practices, which are peaceful consumption, a daily personal movement practice, and garden therapy. These are lifestyle practices that give me back so much more for the investment of my time, my energy, and my attention. So if you're interested in that kind of content, stick around, come along for the journey. So I washed my hair not even 20 minutes ago. It's drying. I just blot it with a towel. Yeah, this is what it's looking like. And they join together very quickly. So I know sometimes I don't pay it much attention. Sometimes I consider letting more of them join. I'm never totally sure what my hair is going to look like because my hair is not very dense. It's not very full, and all of them are flat. It's only about 30 or 31 locks. So right now I think I will separate these. So it's real simple. I just pull them apart. And look, there's some grays in there. So scalp is very, very clean and it can breathe. There's still some water in there. It curls at the root. And sometimes it can look blonde or a little grayish depending on the light in the camera. Should we separate this one? So this one is really together. And I just, yeah, we'll separate it. So we'll gently pull it apart. That's it. It's only about 30 locks, but they join together very, very quickly. Yeah, so pulling that apart. This doesn't take much time at all. So even though it's very fine, it does grow together. I don't often get to see what my hair looks like. So it's still a little bit damp at the root. So all as I can feel here has joined together. I guess it's kind of satisfying in a way, but this doesn't take more than a few seconds. So this is all joined together. And let's pull them together. So this doesn't even take me really a minute to do. This one should be separated because if I don't separate them after a while, I won't be able to pull them apart. So there are some that I let join purposefully. I think it's this one. Yeah, so this was 1, 2, 3, 4. This was 6 locks, believe it or not, and I let it join. So that's when I say my hair is not dense. This was 6 locks. So I let this join a couple months ago, and it took maybe about 2 months, no twisting. So it's very, very clean. This is the color of my hair. So that's it. I washed it. I will smooth it down. It dries very quickly due to there being no oil in it. I'm going to tie it down with a scarf, which is something I could be better about because I go into the garden a lot and I will have a tendency to get caught in the bushes. So now, sometimes people will come on the channel and they'll recommend, why don't you try some oil? Why don't you try this? So we're all very different. I don't think people are ill-meaning, though I do want to make note of 2 things. I personally am not interested in a bunch of products. Why? Because I find too much products, too much stuff, I find it stressful. So I like to allocate where I spend my time, my focus, and my resources. So I rather put that to the garden and exercise, fitness, my movement practice, and buying fruits and vegetables. I just don't really have the interest in products. So I'm okay if my hair looks dry to certain people. I really prioritize internal validation. Secondly, there is someone that came on the channel that commented on one of the shorts. And they just left a comment that said, Dawn dish liquid and then a moisturizing shampoo, conditioner, something like that. And I just thought, I'll be very honest with you, in this climate, and I can't say it's limited to age, uh, just the tone of communication, I find it off-putting. I find it actually, to be quite honest, I find it a turn off. The sarcasm or the assumptions, we can easily, and I've been there, we can assume that everybody thinks the way that we think or that everybody's desiring the same things. So I'm at a phase of my life, I'm in my wisdom years, and if I had the same mindset at a younger age, on one, I don't really care what everybody else is doing. I actually, to be quite honest, in my perspective, right, and it's only one woman's perspective, I find that we are more susceptible and we're easily to go along with groupthink, and that the climate of social media is very mob-like, it's very groupthink, it's very reactionary, and there's a tendency to blurt out our immediate observation without thinking deeply, critically, without being sensitive, and actually not asking questions. We will blurt out our first thoughts and not ask questions. So in this instance, I had zero interest. Now, the funny thing is I've tried one of those Dawn dish liquid detergents, right? Even though I'm an all natural girl, one time I tried it and I did not like the feeling of how it stripped my hair. Now, some people may have a whole lot of stuff in their hair. I don't have, my hair is very delicate, and I actually don't like chemicals. And the more I research, a lot of what we're using on our bodies is cancer causing, carcinogenic. And I've worked in the holistic health field for many years. So I know what it's like to sit on the receiving end after somebody has had their consultation in this holistic health center, and the doctors have told them there's nothing else they can do for them. Then they go the holistic route. Then sometimes people will do a mad scramble to get rid of all of the ingredients that we have been putting in our bodies, in and on our bodies 3 to 5 times a day, underarms, scalp, around our yanis, inside our yanis, without thinking about it. And I remember growing up, I would always hear, well, we're pressured to put perms and dangerous caustic chemicals on us because it's what the men want. I don't think we can use that excuse anymore. And even so, that would be saying, well, I'm not going to be chosen if I don't move with the popular hairstyles. Again, one woman's perspective, but I can say this, because you are chosen, that does not mean you'll be treated well. And if you're not treating yourself well, if everything depends on somebody else, what does that do for your self-esteem? I have found that can be very stressful, anxiety-ridden. It's almost like the feeling of social media. You're scrolling, you get drawn in. What's this celebrity doing? What's this person doing? And again, I can appreciate makeup. I can appreciate a pixie cut. I can appreciate creativity. Though what I choose for myself is me prioritizing. I'm crystal clear that my priority is health and confidence over anyone's comments, their opinions. I live with myself. I actually really enjoy my hair and skin at this phase in life. And that's something I'm very, very protective of. So if you feel emotionally stable, if you feel your esteem is great, if you feel like you take off all of your makeup and you can be really joyous and enjoy your skin, if you have overhang, if you're fluffy, if you're fit, whatever your package, then good for you. But over here, I want to enjoy my natural hair and skin. Then I have the option to play. If I wanted to play in mascara, which I do like, or a little nail polish, I have invested. Non-toxic nail polish remover is extremely expensive. Though, if you look at the true cost, which I think is something culturally we're not raised, if you're economically as a collective or as individuals, a lot of times in survival mode, or if you just have a lot of expenses, you may think cheap potato chips or cheap makeup products, like it's cheap. But I'm very well of the long-term cost of cancer costs you more. Medications cost you more. Doctor's visits, after you spend all this money in your college education and so on, you get to a certain phase of life. Now you turn around and give all that money back to surgeons and doctors who really are there to patch you up. And a lot of times there's nothing they can do for you. I don't know if you've ever considered at what point does social drinking become alcoholism? I don't know if many people consider non-alcoholic fatty liver, which is not only a result of alcohol, but also a result of eating lots of processed foods. So dis-ease is cumulative, just like health is cumulative. It really takes something, I think, a personal type of courageousness not to go with the crowd and embrace what people will call an ugly phase, which is somebody's made up content. It really takes something to stand on your square and appreciate yourself, right? Even if it's not the current standard of beauty. Some people may dub titles on you that are ugly or this or that. It is really something for you to stand on the square of radical self-acceptance. And why I've said many times, I have chosen for many years health and confidence over beauty. We're all at our most attractive when we are healthy. If you don't have a lot of makeup, that's just a personal choice. I like some channels, some people that wear makeup. But if you don't put a lot of makeup on, you're going to have a certain look on camera. If you've ever danced, I've danced before and you're on stage, you put on stage makeup. You put on makeup if you're a newscaster. Now with these HD TV screens, you have to put on more. It's like, to me, it's like spackling one layer on top of another layer. I feel like I can't breathe. I intuitively don't feel as healthy. So it's not my primary concern what other people eat or what they put on their bodies, especially they're not my children. So I'm just sharing my particular journey. It is up to you. It's your personal responsibility. And I don't think there's any way around self-experimentation. I'm not here to judge what people are on their journey because I've been in all different types of phases of my journey. And you may decide to eat meat, don't eat meat. Wear makeup, not wear makeup. Wear minimal makeup. It's your journey. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself on your journey. Hopefully you're embracing and prioritizing health and vitality, right? And longevity. That starts with a decision. So that's to say, if you don't care for dry hair, then oil up your hair. Put the Dawn dish liquid, put the caustic chemicals, put the things that contribute to fibroids. Sometimes we can be very braggadocious without being very well informed and be emotionally triggered. So I'm not here for that. But I would invite flowers or folks out there, sometimes stop and ask a question before we make an assumption that everybody is wanting a twisted roots or to look slick. I have retrained my eyes to embrace the fluff, to embrace all of my locks being pancake flat. And you know what my reward is? Freedom, relaxation, play. I'm about to go zip lining, I'm about to go canoeing, all these things. I'm creating the lifestyle that I want, a wealthy lifestyle full of contentment. It has challenges, but I prioritize the health and confidence and experiences and self-validation over that coming from the external. So embody all to create a great day. Did you catch the workout this morning? Greetings, Rose. Greetings, Carolyn. Today, you may be able to catch the replay. Part of it was on TikTok today and also on Facebook. So Fridays is usually African dance and sculpt. The workouts every morning at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll usually circulate the warm-up portion, getting ready for people coming down to visit me for the retreat. So we'll be doing African dance. We're visiting the sacred Mayan sites. We're going to see the iguanas. We're going to do a market tour and then living foods. Then we're going zip lining and then more of the garden and then a juicing workshop and then living foods. So that's my priority. Plus, I'm getting hot and sweaty in the garden, getting the garden ready yet again. It's so fulfilling. So the biggest thing for me is to put a covering on my hair after I wash it so I don't keep getting caught up in the bushes. I'm constantly, this is in my hair. Well, put something on your hair. But I like my body to feel free. I like it to breathe. I like enjoying my body, and I want to enjoy it. I'm intending to enjoy it in my 60s, in my 70s, in my 80s, and 100. So that takes something. It takes tangible, conscious, consistent investments of time, of fiat currency, of money, of prioritizing it. We're not going to have health if we don't invest in it. It is what it is. I'm not here to tell grown folks what to do, especially if they're not paying me. But I invite you to join me on Sundays. If you're interested in group coaching, if you're interested in the Raw Vegan Goddess Cakes workshop, it's up on Body-Culinary on the website. Every day we're getting into the movement practice. We're also getting into the garden, inquire about flower fit. And that's what we're doing over here. So ask questions before we make assumptions. Not everybody wants to use Dawn dish liquid. There's somebody who I adore that uses Dawn dish liquid, right? And I've tried a couple of things over the years under other people's recommendation, but I always come back to have faith and find my own path. And a lot of that for me is the nopales in the garden, the aloe in the garden. I'm about to make some teas with some sage, some rosemary, and some thyme. That just feels the best to me. So let's ask questions, because the tone, the sarcasm, it's a turn off. It's not a turn off. It's not very, I don't see how we're more enlightened. So I make an effort to be very, to be choicey or choosy with my words, right? Because I'm not here to shame or put anybody down. But I think it's something for us to be responsible about the way we're communicating on social media. And it's definitely one of the reasons why I like healthy boundaries. The internet can have us feeling like we have a sense of entitlement to people if we all have locks, if we're all Black, and so on. Healthy boundaries are very, very important. And respect to me is will get you a lot of places. When I perceive a lack of boundaries, it's a deterrent. Create a great day on purpose, just because you said so, and I'll see you out in the garden. Oh, and if you follow Body-Culinary on Instagram, I posted yesterday very aggressive type bee inside the garden. So this is the second time we pulled honey and honeycombs from the garden. No, we were not looking to cultivate them, but the bees have a tendency, once I got stung 5 times at once. So these are the things that are my priorities. Adventure. If you're interested in the garden, movement, peaceful, delicious, come along for the journey. See you soon. Create a great day.